It looks like I have a message from Ms. Winkles. Columbia River Properties will be a set over. So let me just call that case quickly. Number 15 on our docket, 232-010-9408. Is there 1 week or 2 weeks?
Let's do a 2 week at this point. I keep getting sicker rather than better, so let me do a 2 week.
Okay, and then I think we have Ms. Knowles. This is your case, and I see you on there. Dion Rardin and Rebecca Knowles. Are you able to hear the court? We can't hear you. If we can see you, you might need to hit *6 to unmute if you're on a phone. I know we don't hear you, ma'am. That's what I'm telling you. We cannot hear you. I can see you. Okay, hold on. I'm reading something from you, Ms. Knowles. Ms. Knowles, I can't hear you, but I read what you've written. You're indicating, can you, ma'am, I can read your lips. I understand that you're using swear words. Please don't do that in court. Does Mr. Rardin, is he able to, can one of you give me a thumbs up if you can hear the court? So Ms. Winkles, the response that I'm getting from Ms. Knowles in her typed statement is that she wears hearing aids and it doesn't work well with Zoom. And so she's asking for in person.
There is a transcription available, auto closed captioning available for Zoom. In person is bad with me considering I have pneumonia at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not sure in person would ever be a possibility for me given that I get sick more than I don't get sick. But there is closed captioning. Additionally, she has the option of always coming to court since these are open. So I'm not sure why that would stop anything.
Yeah, last time I was here.
Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. And Ms. Winkles, you said 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to set this matter over 2 weeks to December 15. I'm going to have the court. Let's see if we have contact information for Ms. Knowles on her.
You can hit AI companion at the bottom and it will allow her to see the transcription, and also show captions will allow her to see the transcript of the hearing as it goes on. So I'm hoping she can hit that.
It says that we've enabled closed captioning. Ms. Knowles, can you give me a thumbs up if you're able to read what we are saying? Okay. We are going to set your case to December 15th. That's 2 weeks from today at 9 a.m. You can come to court in person, but we won't have this type of transcriptionist available that you have on Zoom. So it may be better if you appear on Zoom to read the closed captioning.
Your Honor, would you mind if I jumped in as a friend of the court here?
Please do.
Ms. Winkles, any objection?
No.
I don't know if you can read this, but Ms. Knowles, I am a free eviction defense attorney. If you come into my office, we have devices that can, we have deaf translators available for you so we can communicate. I understand that calling into the line may be challenging for you. So if you could stop by my address, which I will put in the note, or which I will put in the chat, we can get you set up with an attorney. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Knowles. I will put the address into the chat again. Please stop by. We have deaf interpreters.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kiernan. We will see the parties back on December 15th.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. I don't think I have any other today. That's it, correct?
Oh, let me just take a double. Yep, that is it.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Feel better. Okay, I'll turn it over to the parties now. Are there any other requests for strikes or setovers? And we'll take care of those matters first.
Christopher Kudlasik and Rebecca Knowles.
I'm here.
Twyla Corey, guardian ad.
Oh, and no Chris.
Miss Corey, this is on your request. Anything you want to tell
Yes.
me what's contained in that?
Not everybody's here.
Yes, they are.
Go ahead.
So weekend before last, I believe.
That's wrong. It's 4 weekends ago, a month ago.
Ma'am, that's the last time you're going to interrupt. You understand? Go ahead, Miss Corey.
Thank you. So the child, Aza, went to her mother's new residence in Kalama. There was a physical altercation. Police were called. I believe you have that narrative from the police report. This is at least the third time that there has been a physical altercation between the two with the police called out. So I have one in police reports from February of this year, June of this year, and this most recent one in November. I believe that this has become a situation that the child cannot escape from. She cannot heal from until she has some distance from her mother. She is afraid of her mother. The mother's home has been unstable and volatile in recent days, and I believe that it's my responsibility to ask the court to keep this child safe and ask that she have supervised visits and that mother get a domestic violence evaluation, a psychological evaluation, and I believe a immediate hair follicle test.
All right. Miss Knowles, I need you to unmute that microphone now. All right. What do you want to tell me now? What do you want to tell me?
Yeah, my daughter has assaulted me because she's asked to do stuff. She's put her hands on me multiple times. I've pressed charges because it's gotten to that point. And I'm not going to do supervised visits or anything because it's ridiculous. My daughter and I just had a perfect weekend this past weekend. The weekend before that, she didn't want to take her dog out to go to the bathroom, so she shoved me down the stairs. It's not the first time. She's on a deferred disposition right now for assaulting me.
So your position is you won't do any kind of supervised visits?
Do what? I can't hear you.
Is your position that you won't do supervised visits with her?
I'm not paying to do supervised visits when I had my daughter for 8 years, and then she runs away because she gets in trouble for assaulting me, and then she gets told she can stay where she's at. There's no reason.
Okay. And what's today's urinalysis test going to look like?
Clean?
Okay. Mr. Kudlasik, anything you want to say?
No, sir. I'm kind of same The same position as Twyla Corey is.
All right, well, given Ms. Corey's concerns, what's going on, and Ms. Kugler or Ms. Knowles' presentation today, I'm gonna suspend visits at this point. Knowles, you are to take a UA today. Yep, and apparently she's going away. So.
Oh, I'm right here. My son's underneath me.
You're to take a UA today, get those results to Ms. Corey immediately. You
What
understand?
about me finding drugs in my daughter's purse this weekend on visit?
Are you
Asa needs a
listening to what
UA.
I'm saying? Are you hearing what
Asa
I'm
needs a
saying?
UA.
You're gonna take a UA today, make sure Ms. Corey gets the results. And
What about me finding drugs and drug paraphernalia in her belongings on my visit this weekend?
I'm concerned about the adults today and those who hopefully act like adults. I'm less concerned about you.
And I'm concerned about the 12-year-old that has drugs at my house.
Okay, I would be too. I'd probably be approaching it different than you're trying to right now too.
Yeah, I didn't get anything. You didn't send me a message or nothing like that. You found anything on her? So
No, I filed a
figured you
contempt.
would have.
Okay, all right, I'm not gonna listen to you two argue with each other. You can do that on your own time.
Okay, well, I'm not paying for anything. I literally have surgery in an hour for my arm.
Okay, so yeah, if you don't pay for it, then it's not gonna happen and we won't have to change too much. We'll put it on to December 20th.
I want a UA for Chris.
We're gonna put it on for December 28th, Ms. Corey. If you don't have a UA and some cooperation from Ms. Knowles, you won't have to do too much. That will be all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, are we ready on Ms. Anderson's matter?
Yes, this is Sabrina Lynn Anderson here for arraignment on Y23000069. Is that your true and correct name, ma'am?
It's Serafina.
Serafina? And your date of birth is
1/24/1960.
okay. Earlier, I went over your rights to arraignment with you. Any questions about your rights that I wasn't able to answer?
No.
Your Honor, I did go over the charge, the maximum penalty, any mandatory minimum penalty. We'd acknowledge the complaint, waive from a reading and ask to plead not guilty.
Plead not guilty will enter. Probable cause was previously found on February 1st of this year. What is the city's recommendation regarding release?
City is seeking bail in the amount of $2,500, so objecting to release, asking for conditions of no criminal law violations, abiding by all valid orders, prohibiting contact. They're looking at this record. There are 3 active orders prohibiting contact, 8 different. This defendant is a respondent in 8 different civil petitions. This particular alleged order is a stalking order, and the order itself was not enough to prevent the alleged contact, which was coming to the protected party's home in their driveway and taking something off of their car. So I don't believe that the order was sufficient to prevent contact in the allegation before the court today. There's obviously a lot of individuals that believe that they need court protection from Ms. Anderson. And so I just don't have a lot of confidence that she's going to abide by this court's order when the nature of the allegation itself was not an allegation of not abiding by another court's order.
May I say something, Your Honor?
Not about the case, Ms. Anderson.
Ms. Trinity, any objection to that request?
Your Honor, Ms. Anderson's hoping the court releases her on her personal recognizance, even with what the city said, but she's presumed innocent of the charge. There was an allegation from over a year ago, and there's been no other allegations that she's violated this order. So we are hoping the court gives her a chance to show up to handle it out of custody. She's indicated she can abide by the other conditions of not violating law, not violating the order, and showing up for a court dates. Her address is good on her rights form. She would need to screen if she's intending on asking for assistance from the public defender, and I explained how to do that.
Well, my one fear is if I release Ms. Anderson, that she's going to end up in Kent.
No.
Kent is a $5,000 warrant right now.
What?
There's a warrant for your arrest in the amount of $5,000 out of Kent.
I don't know anything about that. I did receive something in the mail. I put return to sender on it, just like I did when I received something from the city of SeaTac. And as far as I know, it's federal. I am a notary public. I have an equine rescue. I am a property owner. I have a 3.8 in a county. And I just want to be left alone to do and what I don't bother these people.
So I've just heard you say that we summoned you in, you received the notice and opted to come to
Yes,
court.
you're right. Return to sender because it was ludicrous. I don't come around these people. They force themselves on me.
Okay, I'm fine.
I have 12 acres.
I'm imposing
have
bail in the
cash.
amount of $2,500. I'm going to follow
I
this
can't
city's
afford that.
recommendation.
I can't afford that.
Additional conditions that you attend all future court appearances, have no new criminal law violations,
I
update
can't
your
afford
address
that.
with the court and DOL immediately if there are any changes, abide by any and all anti-harassment and protection orders.
So what do I have to come up with? $250?
You have to talk to a bonding company.
No, I'll come up with $250. You accept Visa? Because I'll give it to you right
It's
now.
2,500, 2,000.
No, I don't have 25. Fuck you. Let me out of here.
I will provisionally appoint you while she's in custody.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Napier, come on up here to the door.
Okay, this is the People versus Thillen Napier, 22-1798, 192843, 192842, 190690 are the misdemeanor files.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Mr. Napier, waive reading of the complaint, stand mute. Your Honor, I believe on all four files, Mr. Napier owes money that totals $2,034. He indicates he is employed. I believe it's DB Brown. He's a truck driver. He does have family in the area and has an income of about $44,000. So I don't think he's going to be a flight risk, but I also recognize the fact that these cases are old and unpaid, so leaving discretion to the court on bond, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr. Napier, you keep doing it over and over and over again. You have been in warrant status so many times on these files, and it's all traffic, it's all fines. Every time you come in, I give you a payment plan. Every time you come in, I give you a payment plan. Every time you come in, if you get a bond, you forfeit other people's bonds. You forfeit bonds in your name. You forfeit bonds in others people's names. Like, you just don't come. So what's the solution to that? You forfeited 325 on this case. You forfeited. Some of it's other people's money. You forfeited 225 on this other case. You forfeited nothing on that one yet. $225 on this other case. So you forfeited $770 you just threw away because you won't come to court. Couple hundred of that is like someone else's money. So you don't, I mean, you don't care about your dad's money. You're not going to care about what I say.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
I don't have Zoom application on my phone, so that's why every time I miss Zoom, and after the pandemic, you guys start doing Zoom. And when I sent a letter to the 23rd District Court to ask them to do in person, I was declined because I can do in person better than I can do a Zoom because I'm a truck driver delivery, so I have a dolly in my hand making deliveries, so I can't be at work and on Zoom at the same time. And every single time I forfeited that money was mine. It was nobody else's. Maybe somebody may have came up here and paid the bond for me, but everything was my money.
All right, so you're throwing away all your money and you're trying to tell me, I mean, I can look at you, you're not an old guy. that you don't know how to use Zoom or that affects your ability, taking a day off work or setting down a dolly for a minute. I mean, I don't know how stupid I look to you, but that has got to be like on the top 5 most ridiculous things I've heard so far in 2024. So what do we do now?
May I speak, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
I'm not the truck driver, so it's like, if I put my dolly down, I'm gonna slow the truck route up. So it may sound stupid to you, but it's actually like, I don't know if you know anything about truck driving, but we're actually on a route and we're on a time schedule, so we have to keep moving. But if I know how to work Zoom, but I don't have an iPhone, so I have just a regular flip up phone. Just have a minute phone. I don't have an iPhone.
All of these are a payment plan though. I mean, like your argument is not good, but all of these are payment plans. So it's all you had to do was come to court.
In Zoom or in
Right?
person?
Payment plan. 2 are payment plans plus a civil infraction. You haven't paid a penny.
Excuse me, officer, it says low percent. Okay.
All right, so on case 19284T, you've got a bond of 2,500, 10%. On case ending in 2843, you got a bond of 2,500, 10%. On the other 2, I'm recalling the warrants. And I'm gonna put you back on a payment plan until next time I see you when you get picked up. And that time I'm just gonna give you jail. You get a payment plan of $50 a month. And next time I see you, you can come to your court in person or on Zoom. Even if your paperwork says.
I don't have Zoom. I don't have Zoom.
Listen to me. If you get a notice from the court and it says Zoom, that's just for people's convenience. If you want to come in person, come in person. The court is open to the public. You are free to come in person.
And how was I supposed to know that?
I don't know, you could contact the court.
You guys don't answer the phone.
Okay, all right, so $2,500, 10% on the 2 active files and a payment plan of $50 a month on the other 2.